I wonder if I can scoop my booger. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's just I'm feeling sneezy, but like, the main well, this is a topic that might rustle some chimneys, stir up a hornet's nest, and actually many people ranted about this. Especially one guy who said that he's not going to rant about bronies, but he's always doing it. Well, Bronies, as the internet knows it, is one of the rabid fan bases. Well, of course, and they're in line with the Sonic fan base, with whatever fan base that you have, especially that where they're like rabid hyenas who are looking for videos who are saying that you are a faggot for eating this, eating that. Well, Bronies in a sense they're like that. But the thing about Bronies, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to put this right off the bat. I like My Little Pony. I've watched some of the episodes. Heck, I even love Rarity and her voice actress, Davida Saint Germain. But in a sense, it's the same liking that I have with the Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, Freakazoid, Uncanny X-Men the series, X-Men and Wolverine, Wildcats, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, heck, even Totally Spies, Venus and Ferb, or you know other cartoons, especially in the 90s. But it's not to the extent that It's not to the extent that I'm really going to defend this show because if the Bronies have a tendency of saying that if you don't like the show, you're against us, which is going to be on the two core philosophies of Bronies by watching My Little Pony: love and tolerance. Well, let's discuss the first one, love. When they say love, they're like it's like a buzzword for them that hey, if I'm going to love you if you like the show, but if you don't like the show, you're criticizing us. We're going to love you, hate you, and we're not going to stop until we justify our ridiculous claims that My Little Pony teaches morals. No. Well, if I'm going to look for morals in one medium, I'm going for classic literature. You know, Greek tragedies, classical novels like Mark Twain, Will Rogers. Oh, Will Rogers is actually yeah, a humorist, and he writes books too. But still, if I'm going to look for, of course, fables too give morals to. Also talks about moral, but watching a show and say that it's My Little Pony is one of the great shows that teaches you about morals. You're completely wrong about that because it's been done years and years ago, and you are definitely looking at a show that mostly appeared to children. Yeah, sure, I watch it too, but it's the same guilty pleasure that I have with Animaniacs. Again, blaming for that, but it's true. And they love to look for people who are actually ranting about bronies. If you think that if you're a brony and if you think that what I'm doing is a rant, I'm not. I'm being objective here, as objective and impartial as much as I can. But it's really hard to be honest. And tolerance. I already talked about the first one. Let's talk about the second one. Tolerance being tolerating what? In a sense, you're not doing that because if you have tolerance, you can actually take up the criticism, suck it up, and reflect on what you're doing because what you're doing is beyond childish. You say, "Oh, you don't like My Little Pony? Then screw you because you're not learning any morals." I'm not going to repeat myself, but have you ever thought of it? I have more tolerance to people who wants to demonize the medium that I love, which is video games, than you have for people who are criticizing you, for criticizing your behavior, for saying that everything with My Little Pony on it is cool. Everything with My Little Pony on it is cute. My every everything with My Little Pony is, going to bring you some emotions, which is pretty absurd. Really, it is. Because tolerance, when it comes to tolerance, you're going to have to suck it up. Somehow say to yourself that I I should accept this, what sugar-coated or not, because that's how the world rolls. Think about it. And one last thing. Before I end this video, I would like to uh, I would like to call for your attention for the picture which is on the description box. I know this is last year, and if there are bronies like this, who, yeah, I already tackled that everything with My Little Pony is emotional, is cool, but saying that this picture of Holocaust, which is one of the most inhumane crimes ever did to humankind by fellow human beings, is okay. If you're not going to feel the emotion that, the horrific nightmare that it is the Holocaust without seeing Rainbow Dash in it, um, I should I suggest, if you're still living in Equestria, you should fly back fly back here on Earth and say that to me. For real. Remember the Inquisition, the Salem witch hunt, the Cambodian genocide, the purging of the Ukrainians, the this Holocaust, the atrocities in World War I, Rwandan genocide, Cambodian genocide. If you are really like this, if you're one of these bronies who said that I'm not going to feel I haven't, I'm not going to feel the sadness of the picture unless, not that I saw or see Rainbow Dash in the picture. I don't know. You know, I try to be. This very picture really infuriates me in a sense that, you know I s- I watch his live stream sometimes of the International Criminal Court when it comes to humanitarian crimes. But this, this, if you are one of these bronies who actually feel like this, we're going to have some real problems, because you are not a human being if you say that you don't see you don't see the atrocity, you don't see the horror of that picture, and you don't see it until you put a pony in it. Don't tell me that if you saw the killing fields in Cambodia, and you don't feel the sadness, the smell of death, not until you see discord in it. I'm going to say this outright. I'm not. I'm going to try to be calm here, but if you do say such thing, man, I'm. You're not a human being. You're not. You should go back to be a human being. If you don't, I'm going. One of the people that think that thinks like me are going to assimilate you back to be a human being. I'm really sure for that. Want to comment there? You want to PM? Send your private retorts if you may, or Skype ID. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I'm Homer, and go back to Earth, Bronies, if you please, if you can. That is all.